provides the beat behind one of the most commercially successful and musically influential bands of rock's last quarter century, the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Meet drummer Chad Smith.
They were kind of an underground band, so to speak.
Right.
But I knew, oh yeah, the guys with the socks on their and yeah, like I knew about them. So I was like, they have a record deal. Yeah, I'll try out for those guys. But I didn't really know their music or anything. And my friend Newt Cole said, you know, you're gonna love it, man. They just rock hard and they play all kinds of different stuff. And I was like, cool. So he told this woman Denise that I ate drums for breakfast. So that's what, when I walked into the audition with the Chili Peppers, the first person I see is Flea, and I'm walking in with my drums, and he's like, so man, is that your breakfast? He's just a little guy, you know, like, what? Kind of weird.
A backstage conversation with one of America's greatest living drummers, Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Coming up next on Music Makers.
Music Makers is made possible in part by NAMM, the National Association of Music Merchants. We envision a world in which the joy and many benefits of making music are a precious element of daily living for everyone. Want to play?
Chad Smith of the Red Hot Chili Peppers is recognized as one of America's premier rock drummers. Rolling Stone named him one of the 100 greatest drummers of all time, and Modern Drummer ranked him number 2 on the list of best living drummers. And now, he and the Red Hot Chili Peppers are enshrined in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You joined the Chili Peppers 25 years ago. I have imagined it was going to turn into what it's turned into. You talk about a nice long ride. You've got to be incredibly proud of that.
You know, when I joined the group in 1988, the very end of 1988, I had just moved from Michigan, where I grew up in Detroit, outside of Detroit. And I graduated from high school in 1980, and barely. And but I really, because I just wanted to be a professional musician, a professional drummer. I've been playing since I was 7 years old. And so I just wanted to play professionally. So right out of high school, I started playing in clubs in Detroit. And I just thought that was just great. You know, we played every little club in the Tri-County area of Michigan and
Sure.
Detroit. And, you know, 3 sets of 6 nights a week, and cover bands, original bands, just any kind of music, rock music that
Sure.
I could do. And I did that for about just literally till I moved to California in '88.
Now, did you have a plan B? What was plan B if it?
Plan B?
Yeah, I mean, was there a, you know, if this doesn't work out, I got to go be a plumber. I got to go be a.
No, you know what? I was happy playing music. Of course, when you're a kid and that you find your passion at an early age like I did, I dreamt of being in the big rock band, in the Led Zeppelin, and the Who or whatever. You know, I had the posters on the wall. I read the magazines, the whole thing. So, you know, but I know I was realistic that 1 in 100 million, you know, actually get to do that. But what I did want to do was, hopefully I could be able to be a professional and make a living at it. You know, and like you say, my mother was always, well, that's really great, Chad, but when you know, what about a real job? But that was my real job, and I loved it, and I still do to this day. But it was really, that's all I wanted to do. That was my passion. That was what I loved. I just loved music, and I just wanted to continue to hopefully grow and get better. And I felt, you know what, I should move to where it's happening. And for me, it was either New York or Los Angeles.
Right.
At that time, this is the end of 1988.
And were you in a band?
Yeah, I was in a band called Toby Red, which we had a record that came out on RCA Records. So for a local band to get like back then a major record deal was a big deal, right?
Heck yeah.
And so we played a few gigs and got one song on the radio, and we were kind of doing okay, and we did a tour. We opened for Kansas.
Oh, yeah.
And the Romantics, and then, you know, 6-9 months later, we were back to playing the clubs again, and that's when I went, God, and the other guys in my group were a little bit older, and I was like, man, I don't want to be banging around these clubs at, 32, 33 years old. So I was 23 or 24. And that was another thing. I was like, I feel like it's time to make a move.